Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Braviary, and honestly I have found a new appreciation for Braviary, particularly using Rufflet in Draft League format. I think that Braviary is actually really fantastic. It's got really good HP, really good attack, relatively okay speed, not amazing, but if you chuck a Scarf on that you're looking pretty good. And its defenses combined with its HP are actually relatively decent, meaning it can live a couple of hits. Also, it has really nice abilities and whatnot, so it works very nicely. This is an update video. If you would like to go and check out the previous video that I made on Braviary prior to the Isle of Armor update, I'd recommend you go and check that out in the corner. There is going to be a card there. Obviously, I recommend you watch this video beforehand. Also, whilst I'm doing a bit of plugging, if you could please like this video and subscribe to the channel, it would really be appreciated. Honestly, it really helps the channel grow. It really makes me motivated to create these videos, and is just something fantastic that you can do for me. Anyways, back to Braviary. We have got 3 sets today. I think it's 2 generic and 1 Dynamax, but it might be 3 generic, but I'm pretty sure we have a Dynamax at the end. And the first set we have is a Sheer Force Life Orb. Honestly, I love Sheer Force Life Orb. It is probably one of my favourite combinations because essentially the Sheer Force, if you have a move with a secondary effect that allows for the Sheer Force to activate, boosting your stats bar, it will be boosting your move by 1.3 times, I think. Yeah, 1.3 times. You then get the boost from the Life Orb as well, but you don't get the recall from the Life Orb, so that works very nicely for you also. You do have Defiant as the ability, so your attack is raised by 2 if your stats lowered, so if you get intimidated, your attack can be raised by 2, so Defiant can be used on this set, but I thought Sheer Force works nicely. So move-wise, I've gone for Rock Slide. Now that gets rid of the ability to flinch, but it also then boosts up the power of the Rock Slide quite significantly, so that can work nicely. No recall there. Iron Head does it has the chance to flinch Pokemon, but obviously you get that boost instead of the flinch, and the same with the Zen Headbutt, and there's just some coverage moves there in particular. And then finally Brave Bird. Brave Bird is the one that does not have its secondary effect removed, the recall that is. So this one you will take the Life Orb recall from, as well as the recall from the actual attack. But honestly, as a strong stab flying type attack, it can work very nicely in your favour regardless. EVs come for max attack and max speed with a jolly nature, so more speed and less special attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. I definitely recommend going for jolly here, just get as much speed as you possibly can out of yourself. Allows you to outspeed as many Pokemon as possible. If you can get like a Baton Pass on some speed, or if you can get a Tailwind or something along those lines activated, that could work nicely for you. I think you even get access to agility, so you could even put agility on here instead of one of the moves to allow you to double your speed also. The second set we have is a Heavy Duty Boots set. Now, Heavy Duty Boots means that you don't take the Stealth Rock damage. Essentially, if you came in, you would take 25% on Stealth Rocks. Now, obviously, Stealth Rocks are used pretty frequently. I would say they are the most used hazard, in my opinion. At least I see them more than any other form of hazard. And Heavy Duty Boots just allows for you to not take that damage on incoming. Keen Eye has the ability. Now that allows for you to be able to not have your attack lowered. Again, you can go for Defiant if you want to, but it's up to you. We've got Roost to allow us to heal up, because realistically we are going to take some hits with this set. We've got Tailwind, which allows for us to double the speed of our team. That can work very nicely, especially if you're running quite a slow team. And as I said, Braviary, if it can get that double speed there as well, that can do some damage also. We've got Defog to get rid of hazards. Now Defog and Heavy Duty Boots combine together really well to basically mean you don't take the damage and you get rid of the hazards. And then we've got Brave Bird, which is a powerful flying type attack that obviously hits a variety of Pokemon. You can go for Dual Wing Beat instead, or Aerial Ace if you want to. It's entirely up to you. EV's gone for max HP and max special defense with a careful nature, so more special defense, less special attack, and 4 EVs in attack. You could always go max HP, max defense with an impish nature if you want to. You don't have to go for the Heavy Duty Boots by any means. You could go for like Leftovers or even Rocky Helmet if you're going a defensive set. It's entirely up to you how you decide to run this. Obviously, you can change it how you see fit. And finally, we have got a Dynamite Set. So on here, I have chucked a Choice Band. You could also chuck a Choice Scarf, but you're not limited to choice items. You could go for Life Orb. Life Orb Sheer Force is still an option as well. You could go for, I don't even know what else. You could go for Weakness Policy, Red Card, any assortment of berries. You could even go Leftovers. You could possibly even go Rocky Helmet, Heavy Duty Boots. A lot of different items you can put on here. Then Defiant is the ability. I think Defiant works very nicely here because if you get intimidated because they're seeing you're raising up your attack stat, that Defiant will just basically nullify that and just give you a +1 regardless. And if, like, say, they use Shadow Ball or something that lowers down your special defense because it has the chance to do that, well, no, Shadow Ball won't hit you, so that's really bad. If they use, like, Crunch or something that can lower down your defense, and that will activate your Defiant, increasing up your attack even more, and realistically, you will have been able to set up your speed here as well using the Dual Wing Beat as max airstream. So as I said, Dual Wing Beat, max airstream increases up your speed. Close Combat as max knuckle increases up your attack stat. Iron Head as max Steel Spike increases up your defense, so you can get a little bit of a boost to your defense also. And finally, I've put Rock Slide on here. Now, if you want to set up the Sandstorm, you definitely can. So if you have like Sand Rush users or Sand Force users, or I don't even know, I think there's a third one, but yeah, if you have any of those users, they will benefit from the Sandstorm, so having that as an opportunity can work for you. Sandstorm can also get chip damage on different Pokemon, so that again, can work in your favour. You can always go for things like Double Edge. I think you have Double Edge as an option. No, you don't have Double Edge apparently, but let's just see if there's any normal type attacks. You go for Facade. If you want to, you've got Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw can work quite effectively. Zen Headbutt. So several good moves that you've got access to there as well. You could even Roost as well, and Roost can have the max guard, so that's an option for you also. But when you're back to normal, the Choice Band and Roost don't necessarily go well together. So if you go for like a Life Orb set, then you can go for the Roost, obviously. EVs, max attack and max speed with a jolly nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. You could always go for the adamant nature if you want to. It's entirely up to you what you decide to go for. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so have a good one, and I will see you soon.